It's time for the rundown. Tune in as Amelia and Lori share their must-dos in some of their favorite cities, amuse you with their guilty pleasures, share the unsung promo hero of the week, and help decipher all those impossible text acronyms.
Hello, welcome to episode 47 of The Rundown. I'm one of your hosts, Amelia Madl from Promo Corner, and joining me is the lovely and talented Miss Lori Bolton of Totally Bamboo. We announced it last time, but it's still exciting to say.
Thank you. It is still exciting to say. I'm still on cloud nine. It's been so good.
So exciting. We have so much to talk about because we have not spoken since we recorded last time because I've been MIA. So let me get through the show sponsor and then we can start chit-chatting and gossiping and all the other things that we like to do. Today, our show sponsor is BEL Promo. Hey, Susan and Tom, how's it going? BEL Promo is home of the 12-piece minimum on everything. They offer simplified pricing, one low setup, and never repeat setups, regardless of the number of colors, locations, and decoration methods. BEL Promo has the largest inventory of product styles and colors in top categories like drinkware, bags, writing instruments, and apparel. And BEL Promo offers free samples and was one of the 2021 best places to work. Nice job, guys.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So be the reason someone smiles today and check out belpromo.com.
Love it. Thanks, BEL Promo.
Yeah. And we need to talk to Tom soon. He is supposed to be getting us some goodies and we dropped the ball. It's all on us. We just dropped the ball. We're like, yeah. Okay. So Lori, how have you been? We've not talked.
I know, Amelia, because you'll get into you, but I have been so good, busy. So in 2 weeks with Totally Bamboo, I've worked 4 shows. And a very funny story is I took a picture and I sent it to David Chen. Mm-hmm. And he said, everything looks great, Lori, but you've got the California bamboo board upside down.
Did it say the word California on it or totally?
No, it had nothing. I just had the state I had the board reversed.
Oh, so it was in the shape of a state?
Yeah.
Did you think it was New Jersey? You're like,
perhaps. I should have said, well, California is backwards, so let's leave it where it's at, but I didn't. But anyhow, just some fun moments like that of learning my line and and I was looking at the tag and the tag was facing up. So it made sense to me that it was like that, but I didn't even look like, oh, there's the coastline. It should be here, not here. So yeah, just super fun, having a blast. We worked a show together in LA. I've been at corporate. I've been all over the place.
You have.
Yeah.
I have beat you in travel for once.
Yes. Tell me, where have you been?
Yeah. So last time we talked, I was getting ready to leave. Now I'm back. I'm trying to get acclimated. So much fun, but I went to Ireland. I flew into Shannon and we are in this little tiny town called Clare Castle. And we stayed in an actual castle, not the traditional like kings and queens, but it's still called a castle. And it was it was a bunker for soldiers in the 1700s. Gorgeous, awesome. There were 7 of us. We all had our own bedroom, own bathroom. So we had space to get away from each other if we needed. Big living room, kitchen. We'd have coffee and breakfast together, drink together, play random games together, do our team building. It was amazing. And then when that section ended, which lasted 5 days, I flew to London and I met my husband. He had all kinds of flight delays. Luckily,
oh gosh,
knock on wood, I had none. But we got to London and it was the day before the Queen's funeral. So everything was bonkers with airports, which is why he had delays because diplomats and President Biden were flying in. So there were so many shutdowns in London airport. Monday, it was like ghost town. If London can be a ghost town, everything but pubs were closed. So all of the things that I had worked so hard to plan months in advance were all canceled because it was basically a national holiday. So you could drink, which is what we did when in Rome, right? You drink. So
yes,
I drank
of
my
course.
weight in Guinness 3 times over probably. But yeah, so we did that. And then fast forward, we were there for a few days, and then he wanted to see Ireland and obviously couldn't go on my company trip because we would never hire him. I would never work with my spouse again. And we flew back to Ireland and went to Dublin and stayed there for a few days, and then got home late Saturday, had a birthday party Sunday morning, did grocery shopping, have done 500,000 loads of laundry, and then back at it on Monday. Yeah. Historical.
I mean, it's crazy. It's historical.
When I'm old and telling my grandkids, yes, I wasn't at the funeral, but I was in Ireland. Okay, well, I think we're on part 3 of 3.
Yes.
Living with Lori. I remember that.
Lori. So I'll do yes, good job. So I'll do a quick recap. On the first one, we talked about, the supplements are not governed by the FDA. So you really need to make sure that you're reading labels, making sure that fillers aren't added, preservatives, artificial coloring, pesticides and plastics, believe it or not. We talked about this, like it's such a huge market, right?
We like to save the fillers out of the vitamins and use them in our faces instead.
Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly. We like to use the toxins in our face.
Yeah. Why would we put toxins in our bodies with healthy vitamins when we could just inject them into our faces?
Exactly. But if you if you're out and about and you're looking at supplements and you pick up one, you can see, and you will pay more for a good supplement, but it's worth it because they are diluted. They have products in there that we don't want in our body. Then we also talked about pre and probiotics. I think I gave you that task the day you were leaving. I'm like, yeah, if you can find a pre-pro. No, I mean, you didn't have any time.
Guinness.
So Guinness was your
Guinness was my pre-pro. And if you talk to anybody in Ireland, Guinness is like snake oil. Cures anything. You can take it if you're breastfeeding, if you're pregnant, if you have high cholesterol. Like they're like the minerals and the iron and everything is so good from the natural water that we make it down in Cork. So like Guinness is the pre-pro vitamin.
Love it.
All be-all. Yeah.
I love it. It's so good. So the last little bit for the supplements is to really stay towards a vegan or vegetarian capsule. And look on the label for a verified USP or verified NSP on the label. And then whether or not a product contains what it claims to contain. Example, it might be diluted. And again, this will all be present on the label. So USP or verified by NSP. And then I'm just going to give you a couple websites where you can actually check. So one is usp.org or nsf.org to ensure that the supplements are verified by USP or NSP. So good to know. Some people are not that into it. Some people don't take supplements at all. I have done my homework over the last 3 years to make sure that I'm putting the best supplements. Like my turmeric with pepper is like handmade. It's a handmade capsule. I get it from here in America, but
there's here in the Americas.
Here in the Americas. Right here. But there's I just know exactly what's in that capsule. Right. So again, some people are like, oh, I've had people send me pictures of their vitamin supplement collection. I'm like, no, that has sugar. That's got added fillers. So if you're serious about it, just take the time and do your research. You can also reach out to me and I can quickly look at something and say, no, I would, try this brand instead.
Okay, I'm going to put you on the spot and ask you a question. You probably don't know the answer, but maybe for next time. So talking about vitamins and if they're healthy for your body and stuff, what should you do with the vitamins that are no good anymore? Or if you have a client that's coming to you and saying, should I take these? And you're like, get rid of them. You don't want to dump anything in the toilet because that goes to the water stream for animals and stuff. You throw them in the trash, but then in trash and landfills, are animals eating them? Is there a good way to dispose of those? I know
you can take them to the pharmacy. And they may or may not, it depends on the pharmacist and the people working behind the pharmacy if they'll take it. I know you keep all your meds.
I do, but I also know that if you have someone if you've had someone that's critically ill or has passed away and they've been on heart narcotics, they always ask you to bring them back in because they do not want them being flushed, which is what most people do, not thinking of it, or putting them in landfills or trash because it is so harmful for some other living creature or getting into the water stream. So I didn't know if vitamins, probably not as harmful for things, but I didn't know if that would be
not as harmful. The other thing you could do is you could contact the company that you got them from and ask if they'll, if you could return it to them. But most of the time when I'm seeing clients and I'm like, you know what, go ahead and finish it off because I don't want them wasting their money. They spent, I mean, they're expensive regardless. True. Finish it off. And then we're going to transition you to this brand. You don't need to take as much. So it's going to actually last you longer. So again, that comes down to added fillers and it being diluted. So I usually, if I have something, and Steve Herman's famous for this, he's like, what about this? I'm like, how many grams of sugar does it have in it? He's like, he said, your vitamins should not have sugar in them. He goes, but they taste so good. I'm like, of course they
do. But the gummies do. And those are the only ones I can get my kids to take.
Right. So, if it's like expired and I'm not using it, which never happens for me because I go through mine and I replenish monthly. But I would just like recycle the bottle and dump it in the trash and then recycle the bottle. Okay. But check with your pharmacy. That's a good question, Amelia.
Okay. Well, and you knew probably the best answer that we're going to get. So good job. Thank you, Lori. Can't wait to see what tips you'll give next time that I probably won't incorporate in my life either.
You never know. We're going to transition out of supplements though on next time.
I know. I'm working on it. Okay. Well, I have not seen my kids. Well, I've seen them now, but I literally was gone for about 2 weeks since we last recorded. So I have not failed them miserably. I did try to FaceTime it with the 6-hour time difference and busy kids. It is very hard to talk to them. I would try and FaceTime in the morning when they had 5 minutes of rush because then it was afternoon. By the time they get home from school, it'd be midnight my time. And I'd be like, I'm done. So the only thing I've done is I taught my kids a few terms that I learned. And one of them is this lovely sign you can see behind me. Do you know how to say that?
No.
Well, when I first got to Shannon, Ireland, Brandon and Petrich and I actually got in at the same time. We were on the same flight from Charlotte to London to Shannon. And so I asked the cabbie, I was like, one thing that I can know when I go into a bar that makes me seem like more of a local or that a term I can use. And he said, Pogma. He said, what I thought he said was Pogue Mahomes. And I was like, Pogue Mahomes, like Patrick Mahomes? Like what? Pogue Mahomes? I couldn't understand. I had to ask him to say it like 3 times. And the way you say it is, look at my van, it's Pogue Mahomes, Pogue Mathome. Have the little Pogue Mathome. It means kiss my ass. So I found that a few days later when we were touring. I was like, yes, I have to have that and put it in my bar downstairs. But for now, I thought it was pretty funny.
It's so cute. Pogue-mathone.
Pogue-mathone. So pogue means kiss. So if you just want to kiss from someone, you can say pogue. But if you say pogue-mathone,
so thone's ass.
Kiss my arse.
I love it. That's so good.
That's it. That's all I failed. And then, of course, I didn't bring home enough souvenirs. I didn't get equal amounts. The kids were going through my stuff and I was like, sorry, I guess I'll go back so I can buy more stuff because I didn't.
Yeah. This time you guys are staying home alone.
No, it's like my suitcase was so packed. I did not have any more space.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. But I did use, I got to tell you this because I haven't told you. So our awesome little blankets that you had done for us when you were at Magnet, I took that on the plane with me, used it the whole time when I was sleeping on the plane or trying to sleep because I had a red-eye flight, used it at the hotel because not when I was by myself, loved having a room by myself. But once my husband joined, beds were small, comforters were small. I was like, fine, you take it. I'll use my little tiny blankie.
Isn't it the best?
Loved it. Best ever. Can't wait to show it again so we can talk about it. We have some cool stuff coming up with that, but you guys will have to wait and see.
And I'm going to tease this out there. There's going to be an opportunity to win a couple of these blankets at PPAI in Vegas. Ooh. So more to come on that.
Okay. I might need more. I like my blinkies.
I know. I love it.
All right. Well, it's the best part of our show, which is where we feature the unsung promo hero. So we're going to take a listen.
Hi, it's Lori Bolton with Totally Bamboo, and this week's unsung hero is Melissa Kudzi, and she is our sales manager on the promotional product side. She is organized. Think of her as the control center. Everything comes into her, and then she dishes it out to whoever it needs to go to, whatever department it needs to go to. Everything from orders coming in, virtuals, proofs, production, shipping, sample request. Truly amazing. I've now had the pleasure of working with her for over a month, and she blows me away every single day. And my personality is I like to have my foot and my hand in everything, and I'm very confident in her capabilities. She's a huge asset to Totally Bamboo, and we are so grateful that she's on the team. Congratulations, Melissa. You're our unsung hero on the rundown.
Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. We love hearing about the amazing things people are doing within the industry, outside of the industry, and just giving shout outs to people that don't get them on the regular. So thank you, everybody that submits videos, and kudos to you guys. Good job. Lori, guilty pleasures. You've been on the road a lot.
Yes.
I've been on the road a lot. I'm going to let you go first.
So I've got a couple things. So one thing with Echelon, we haven't talked about our Echelon in a while.
Well, it's because mine's full of dust.
We need to clean it off. They're having 100-mile cycle challenge for October. Yeah, for breast cancer awareness. And I thought that would be fun for you and I to do.
Okay.
I know.
Give me details later.
I'll give you details, but if anybody else is on an Echelon out there and wants to join us, please reach out, because we can coordinate and ride together. And then the other thing, there's two more for you. The other thing, when I drove out to Totally Bamboo last week, I went early Sunday and I pulled in around 2:30, but I went and hiked in Poway.
Oh, nice.
So I'm thinking I need to start making this hikes on the road.
Mm-hmm.
And just exploring. It was the potato hike. And so any of my Southern California people, it's down in San Diego area, and it's the potato patch hike. Super cool, gorgeous. And I did 4 miles. I didn't go all the way to the top because I didn't get on the trail till 3, and I was by myself, and I couldn't take my gun across state lines. So I was by myself. I didn't have Beely. I needed to 2 out, 2 back. It was great. So I was thinking that could be super fun, starting in January, just the different hikes on the road, going in and making it a point to find somewhere to hike.
That's such a good idea, especially if you're going to travel on a Sunday and you already have to give up part of your weekend. Do something for you to decompress, because I know I'm terrible about, I go to a city, and other than going in and out of the airport, I'm I could have been in any city, just pick a name on a map. I have no idea. I did not explore. I did not go anywhere. I went to the hotel, did said meeting or whatever, and flew out and know nothing about where I was.
So I'm trying to do a little bit more of that.
That's awesome.
Yes. And then my last guilty pleasure, which you're always the one that has these movies, but last night I watched Dog. It's with Channing Tatum. It's on Netflix. It's PG-13. And yes, I cried. It is so good. It's such a good story. Oh my goodness, I loved it. So it's trending right now on Netflix. So it's called Dog. That's it, just Dog. And it's military based.
Dog was a service dog in Afghanistan, I believe.
Yes.
And his owner, do we tell kind of the gist?
Sure.
So his owner passed away, and Dog had PTSD basically, and was kind of aggressive. And the Channing Tatum's job, because he also had PTSD, right? Did I just say that right?
PTSD.
I told you as soon as it came out, I was like, what did I just say?
Sound right.
He had been in the war too and had some trauma, so he couldn't get back to where he wanted. So his goal, or his task, was to take the dog to get it to his original handler's funeral. So all I'm going to say.
It's really good.
Sweet. Love Channing.
Oh gosh.
Did he have
You
his
just
shirt
keep
off? I
getting-
can't remember. I've seen it,
Yes,
but okay.
yes,
So at
yes.
least you get one shirtless Channing picture and some good dog. Good.
Oh yeah. So anyhow, those are my three: the Echelon 100-mile ride challenge, hikes on the road, and then dog.
Okay, well, I'm going into, so I think I mentioned this one a while back. Again, I don't think it was my feature, but I do think I mentioned it. So Animal Kingdom is what I was watching. And obviously I did not watch a TV the entire time I was gone, except for the Queen's funeral being on every place I was in London. But other than that, like I had no idea if the world was still here, if California had flipped over upside down, like Lori thinks it should be, if we were in the Americas or the USA's. No idea what was going on in the world, just in my little bubble. But I always have movies downloaded on my tablet in case I needed something to go to sleep. But I had a long plane ride and there was a 3-hour delay at one airport on my way home. Just, it was not delay, it was my layover. So I just watched a bunch of that. Anywho, that was a long version of getting to my show. So it is, if anyone saw Sons of Anarchy, do you remember Sons of Anarchy?
Yes.
So I explain it, Sons of Anarchy, but instead of bikers, they're California surfers. And instead of dealing in drugs and guns, they steal. It's a family, couple boys. The mom is kind of the main runner. And then she has her sons doing all the jobs. Her grandson comes into the picture when his mom passes away. I'm in like season 3, I think. And I think there's 11. So I'm going to be working on this for a long time. I might be 50 by the time I get caught up. It's old. It's been around since like 2016.
That's what you said. Like, yes.
But I just now. So Ellen, what's her name? Ellen Barkett. Is that right? Barkett. I think I said this. So it has Ellen in it. And then the grandson that comes in is the guy that played Michael on Peaky Blinders. Cute boy, but he was really young. Yes. I think it's probably one of his first shows. So not PG or PG-13, very explicit sex, drugs, rock and roll, violence. So don't watch it with youth. Okay, Lori.
Yes.
I put together, we have not done this for a while. And again, I just got back, so I have not done a lot of prepping or had time to research. So I pulled a Family Feud card for you. Name something. Again, 100 people were surveyed. These are the answers that the top 100 answers that were given. Name something you do at the end of the day.
Take a bath.
Yes, shower was number 4. And by the way, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 answers. And shower was right in the middle at number 4.
7, 8. So that take it at the end of the day. Change your clothes.
Get changed. Good job.
Get changed. At the end of the day, pour an adult beverage.
Who has to wait till evening to do that? No. No.
What's wrong with these 100 people? Then what do you do at the end of the day? Cook dinner.
Yes, make dinner. That was number 7.
Cook dinner.
So you have 3 so far.
What about at the end of the day? Laundry?
No.
Dang, Amelia, these are hard.
What do I do a lot of? Hence the reason I have all my guilty pleasures.
You watch movies.
Watch TV.
Okay, watch TV.
So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 more.
Watch TV. Work out. Exercise.
Nope.
So these people don't work out and they don't drink. Who are these people?
Just don't drink and exercise. It can get a little dangerous.
Who are these people?
Back in the day, do you remember jazzercise?
Yes.
So I think I was in my early 20s. Me and my best friend, we worked at the same office. We'd go jazzercise together. Then we'd go across the parking lot to our friend's bar and have martinis.
Yeah,
it all worked, right? Counterbalance.
Yes. I taught fitness when spandex was in, and I think it's coming back. Okay, so A
What do you
bath
do when you walk in the
change.
house? Like we both work in
Take your
home
shoes
office.
off.
Yeah. So take your shoes off. There are 2 more.
Read.
I will, this is not read, but it's relax. Like
Okay.
to relax. So people, maybe they're drinking wine, relax was the answer. Maybe they're drinking wine, maybe they're exercising. And one thing, we all have to do it regardless of if we want to or not. But if you don't do it, you will die. So what do you do at the end of the day?
Sleep.
I was waiting for something really random to come out of your mouth. Yes, the answer is sleep.
Well, my mind was spinning, Amelia, of where I was going with that. So
Where were you going with that?
well, when you said die, otherwise we die, there's many answers for that. Like
You have to sleep. Like there's only so long you can stay awake or your body
Right.
will
You
physically
have to
shut
sleep.
down. Yeah, you gotta have it. Gotta recharge them batteries, folks.
Okay, there's one left.
I thought that was it. So we had sleep, relax,
Yep.
watch TV, shower. Oh, there is one left. Okay, before you go to sleep,
Before you go to sleep,
I do it, and I always have to remind my children to do it, or at least one
brush
of
your
my
teeth.
children. Brush your teeth.
That was a good
Last
one.
thing I do at night, go brush my teeth, wash my face, get my water, lights out.
Yeah, but before that, you have wine. You may have hopped on your echelon.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, these 100 people, one of these days.
Brushing teeth gets in the way of drinking wine because sometimes you're like, I'm going to lay on the couch and relax and drink wine. But then I'm like, well, I
Yes.
want to brush my teeth before I fall asleep. But then you brush it and you haven't finished the wine yet. So you're like,
It's a problem.
dilemma. What do I do?
It's a problem. It's a
If
problem.
you're drinking white, you just brush your teeth and keep drinking the white. If you're drinking
Yes.
red, you have to remember to brush your teeth.
Yes.
Or
Otherwise you're
not. Whatever. You do you.
or not.
All right, Lori. So good to see you.
So good to see you. And I think I'm going to be seeing you here in a couple of weeks in person.
Yeah, we do have a trip planned. So
Yes.
get ready. We'll post some shenanigans and we'll be ready
Very
to talk about
excited to
that.
see you. Oh my gosh. So fun. Yeah, we'll have to start teasing it. But yes, I will see you very soon.
All right. Awesome. Everybody make sure you go put a smile on someone's face and check out BELPromo.com. And then be sure you comment with your guilty pleasures. Don't forget to nominate your unsung promo hero and tune in again on October 28th to hear more Living with Lori. And maybe I will have failed my children by then.
Plenty of time, Amelia. Plenty of time.
Plenty of time to screw them up. I'll work on it.
Yes, you have plenty of time.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Bye.